I'm Fred Wilkinson, Managing Editor of the National Provisioner. Today I'm speaking with Bob Mariano of Superior Farms. Bob, thank you for taking time out to speak with us today. To get things started, could you just tell us a little bit about Superior Farms and your role there?
Certainly. Superior Farms is the largest purveyor and supplier of American lamb in the United States. We partner with thousands of sheep producers across the Western United States, and we're proud to have several retail and food service partners across the country and overseas as well. My role here is Director of Marketing, so I support sales and operations with the promotion and public awareness of the benefits of American lamb. Um, as well as making sure our team has all the tools they need to go out and get us in as many places as they possibly can.
Okay. And I know you have quite an extensive background in the retail grocery industry. How does that experience play into your role at Superior?
Yeah, it's a great benefit. Obviously, on the retail side, being on the other end of the operation, I can come in now to this role as I've been in 5 years and really understand what many of our retail partners are looking for. I can help our team kind of address those needs from the side of the retailer and use some of my inside information of, how ad promotions and shopper traffic and things like that are looked at and how we might help improve that for our customers.
Okay. And so, what is the current state of the lamb market in the U.S. and the kind of industry overall?
Sure. So like all proteins, prices have risen considerably. Right now, livestock prices are record highs, record levels. After the initial hit of the pandemic, our producer partners did a phenomenal job of bouncing back and meeting the increased demand for American lamb. But right now, as packers, we're looking for pricing to kind of stabilize. We think that would really bring some relief to both the packers and the retailers operating on very thin margins. But even with this impact to pricing, like I said, the demand is still there at the shelf for lamb, so it's strong. We're looking for the price of livestock to stabilize.
Okay. And that consumer demand, has that been stronger, say, at retail grocery or at food service or about the same? Or?
It's finally starting to even out. So before the pandemic, I'd say our business was about 50-50 food service and retail. During the pandemic, it completely did this. Retail went way up and food service went way down, almost disappeared, as anybody looking out there could see what was happening with restaurants closing and folks, taking to the shelves at retail. But it's starting to even out now. We're really seeing food service come back.
Are there any particular, say, food trends, whether it be for at-home dining or at food service, that are kind of playing to lamb's strength as a center of plate entree?
Yeah, so if I were to start with the at-home dining, as I said earlier in the pandemic, folks were putting it in their cart. Folks who haven't bought American lamb before were putting it in their cart at record numbers. And not just at the shelf, but now we're seeing online ordering of grocery and lamb and all meats really increase. We have research that tells us that moderate to heavy lamb purchasers are buying lamb once a week now. 2/3 of them are what we call just heavy meat lovers. They're like protein proponents. They're into all proteins and meats, and they have an appetite to experiment with new recipes in the kitchen. As folks and families really start to value getting around the table at home and eating together more, they're looking for new recipes, exciting flavors, and that's really where American lamb comes in, and kind of inspires them to have those meals at home. On the food service side, the biggest trend that we like right now is that it's opening up. We love to see it coming back. We're finally starting to see volume from our restaurant and food service partners in their orders. And as people come back to restaurants, there's an expectation to see lamb on the menu. And we're starting to see that pop up here and there.
Okay.
And if I could add one more trend that we really like to see at retail right now is the full service counter, certain grocery stores. Lamb does really well there. If you think about how lamb presents behind the case, very dramatic appearance. And of course, at full service, there are experts there at retail to help the consumer select the cut and how to prepare it.